Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nornajihah Binti Zulkifli. My metric number is 265991. In this video, I would like to present about the impact of company performance of Mercedes-Benz AG toward the internal factors and macroeconomic factors. The background of Mercedes-Benz AG. Mercedes-Benz is one of the German automotive brands and since the end of 2019 has been subsidiaries as Mercedes-Benz AG. In 2018, the company was recognized as the largest seller of premium vehicle in the world with a total sales of 2.31 million passenger cars. The automotive brand has been marketed to market nationwide, including the several factories in Europe, South and North America, Eurasia and Asia, including Malaysia. For the issues and problems, there are three, which is first the legal risk. Legal risk is Mercedes-Benz entangled with the legal cost of the Dieselgate scandals and heavy investment in electric technology. Second, the profitability. The profitability of net profit Mercedes-Benz was declined and its effect the earning of company and shareholder. Third, the corporate governance issues, with the management failed to disclose their detailed branding and quality report related to the innovation of their company. For the research objective, there are three, which is first, to determine the internal factors that may affect of the performance of the company. Second, to determine the external effect that may affect of the performance of company. And third, to determine the internal and external factors that may exposure to performance of the company. For the research question, what is the relationship between the internal factors and performance of the company? Second, what is the relationship between the macroeconomic factors against performance of the company? And third, what is the relationship between internal and external factors towards the performance of the company? I have chosen the return on asset or ROA as my dependent variable. Return on asset or ROA is a financial ratio that can help to analyze the profitability of a Mercedes-Benz company and to measure the amount of profit of the company generate relatively to its total asset. The ROA can be calculated by dividing the net income and the total asset. There are two factors that have been analyzed in this analysis, which is internal factors and external factors. Internal factors consist of ROA, ROE, quick ratio, current ratio, operating margin, average collection period, and debt to income, while the external factor is inflation rate, unemployment rate, interest rate, GDP, and exchange rate. For the research and methodology, there are four techniques has been used, which is the sampling technique, second, the statistical analysis, third, the data analysis, and fourth, the SPSS analysis. The multiple linear regression has been used in this analysis. It's to measure the three model, which is consists of model 1, return on asset on internal factors, model 2, return on asset on macroeconomic factors, and model 3, return on asset on internal factors and macroeconomic factors. The measurement has been used to determine the impact of the return on asset, which is by the adjusted R-square, Dublin-Watson, and significant value or p-value. For the finding and analysis, for the descriptive analysis of model 3 shows that the ROA is 3.092. It indicates that the company is not making a better in profit. For the correlation analysis of model 3 shows that the most variable are negatively correlated with the ROA, while for the significant value, the average collection period is most significant with the ROA, with the significant value is 0.001. For the model summary of model 1, shows that the Dublin-Watson is 0.2339, which implies that there are correlation with the ROA, while for the ANOVA analysis is the internal variable of internal factors is not significant with the ROA, which is the p-value is 0.764. For the coefficient analysis of Model 1 shows that the internal factors are negatively and not significant with the ROA. For the model summary of Model 2 shows that the Dublin-Watson of Model 2 is 2.686 and there is a correlation with the ROA. While for the ANOVA analysis, the external factors implies that there is not significant with the significant value is 0.403. For the coefficient analysis of Model 2 shows that the inflation rate shown that is a negatively but not significant with the ROA. For the model summary of Model 3 shows that the Dublin-Watson is 3.056 and it implies that it's not significant with the ROA. While for the ANOVA analysis, it shows that the both variables are significant with the ROA with the value of 0.025. For the coefficient analysis of Model 3 shows that the CJ index and exchange rate shows that it's negatively and not significant with the ROA. The discussion is about the study is conducted to carry out the regression analysis between the internal factors, external factors and both factors that significant and influence with the return on asset of Mercedes-Benz over the 5 years. Second, the profitability and operational risks are being affected with the company performance, especially towards the return on asset. Third, the results shown in ANOVA analysis at the Model 3 indicates that the analysis of both internal and external factors are significantly with the ROA in values stated at 0.025 but still have negative correlated with the dependence variable. Lastly, the Mercedes-Benz AG must take into the consideration the profitability and market risk which might be influenced with ROA in the company performance to generating the more profit.